have been working on my desk and I've not been able to do many things that I've desired to do. But let's not use that to stop the main reason why I'm here and why I've committed to not missing any day, regardless of whatever the time is. I'm still going to come show up and still make sure I present what I have in mind. So this is some of the things that I know that it's going to be a question of when. It's not how, if at all. That this is going to be the reality, that everybody that choose not to appear and to do something about how AI is evolving, anyone that play with it and choose to ignore the handwriting on the wall, they are going to be among those people that are going to blame themselves. And I don't want that to be you. And that is why this is very company. That what if I told you that you can do one thing and consistently for a week, and it can guarantee that you will not have to go back to working again? How does that sound? That you can do something once, and just because of that, you will not have to go back to work or to do anything mania again. How does that sound? This is what I am introducing to each and every one of you that have been coming out all the past 14 days is all about. That every one of us, we can begin a new life. We can begin and embark on another journey. And that is why today's session, I decided to make sure I don't make it too, there's no ambiguity about what it is set out to do. And that every one of us, once you have the understanding of what is possible, there's nobody that can play you around. Nobody can come and be saying, maybe not. There's nothing like maybe or maybe not. It is a question of when do you want to see this reality play out? Because I tell you, if you look at how the world is going now, there is virtually nobody that will have the excuse again. I was saying it, that if you keep saying I don't have access to information is no longer an excuse. In this world we live in, AI, with the advent of AI and so many GPTs and what have you, nobody can claim that he has issue with having communication. That is why you and I must be up in our game and in everything we are doing, and we must make sure we do whatever it is that it will take for us to make our life count and for us to be able to bring awesome value to our communities and to whatever we have decided to work upon. All day I have been in a training, and it has been a light bulb moment for me on so many of those things that you and I can do, and that can take us out of the excuse, trap, where every time we blame other people for all our failures, where every time we have every reason and excuses to blame the system for the reason why our lives is like this, for the reason why our business is not going, for the reason why we are not doing what we are supposed to be doing. And it's not supposed to be so. So the concept that I want us to see is that we have to begin to come up to the realization that we can no longer be trading our time for money if we are going to enter into that realm where we begin to enjoy our lives. I want you to imagine, how many hours do you have in a day? So time is a resource that is limited. And if all that you can do is to keep trading your time and not trading your assets or your skill set, your tool set, and everything you have for time, then you have to reinvent the wheel and begin to take time to look at what you are doing wrong and how you can begin to reverse it to pay you. You are one step away from being broke if you remain in that system of just earning only through time. So, and those people that are giving you that money, they already know how much they can give you to just keep you above broke. And once you are able to continue to take that amount, and you begin to see how your family expense and your family, bills and what have you, is demanding, you will now discover the real truth that your income could not even take you to mountain. And the reality that does to you is that you start thinking of taking another job. And the irony of that, when you look at it, if you are spending 6 hours in a job or 9 hours, your 9 to 5, regular 8 hours, and now you want to take another job. In the normal 24 hours, how many hours do you have to rest? Forget about sleeping. If you are going to be set and fine and have your body rest, maybe average of 5 to 6 hours sleep. How can you manage that if you continue that on a day-to-day? So that is why you have to realize that the world system we are now running is faulty, and we must begin to engage on any wisdom and any understanding, any training that is going to help us to stop repeating the same cycle, and stop looking for what does not work, and look for how we can stop reinventing the wheel and begin to follow what we have seen as a proven framework that has worked for others. And that is why I want to challenge you that what if you have a system and you know some product that you can start once and give yourself to a week consistently, and at the end of the day it continuously, repeatedly keep giving you income that at the end of the day you will not need to go back and work again? Will you be interested in that system? Will you be interested in that system? And that is what I have come to show you, that there are so many things that is lacking in our world today, and I want to show us. And there's one truth which we have been so changing ourselves with, and that truth is all about marketing. Whenever you hear about the word marketing, many of us, we are good, and we don't know that we are already marketers. And we always think when you see something that you can do, you will not want to say it. And I'm sometimes also guilty. I don't know, maybe you have been in that same shoe before, that you know something that you can do, but you refuse to talk about it. You keep your mouth shut. Every other person will come to you. You will not tell people that. And let me tell you that what you are doing is a disservice to your God, disservice to your gift. Can you imagine you have a cure that can help people, solve their headache or their time management skill, and you refuse to talk? You say you don't want to market. Whereas you have been indirectly, somebody asks you, do you know the best eatery in the town that you can have Nigerian food? You're able to refer a person. You're able to tell, oh, go to downtown this place, go to this, that, take this address. You are referring. You don't know you are selling. Because automatically, by you telling the person where you can get the best food in town, you're already helping the person. You are marketing somebody else's business. That is why I want to challenge you that today, if there's anything that people struggling to sell online, and the only reason why people are struggling is it's not because the product they have is not good. It is because they've not learned the art and what it means to study, to know what marketing is. And what is marketing? Because many of us, we just hold on one part of marketing and we think that is it. Oh, since I already have something, And I'm going to read something that I have here, that marketing is not just one system. It's not just one activity. It is so many. It is a taste of a blend of so many things. And when you're able to have an understanding of all of them, then you are able to get what it suits really. Now, I said it here that it is something. If I give you something now, I ask you to taste this thing, and you taste it, and you see, oh, it tastes good. Maybe it's a drink, it's a juice. Oh, this thing tastes good, and I give it to you to drink. That is called sampling. Now, if I go and do giveaway, I run activation, I organize roadshow, I create awareness for people to know about that product, it is called promotion. And now, shout out to Trisha. She's the one that taught me this framework I'm teaching you. And now, when you leave that one, and now you decide to come on live and do a video or a reels and to talk to people about this product, and when people see it, they like it, and what about you are advertising? Are you seeing different stages and different phases of marketing? You are advertising. And now let's say after you have finished advertising, so many media houses, blogs and TV, radio station and what have you, they decide to grant PR, to grant press release, to grant interview or outlet, to talk about that gift, to talk about that your product. It is called public relation, PR. Now, if that same product is now properly packaged and well presented and well priced, and people start liking it, that is called branding. It is well rounded, well branded, well packaged, and well priced, that people cannot say no. That is called branding. And now, if you now create educational product content to build trust, to nurture the interest consistently, that is called retention. You are creating top of the mind awareness for people to be able to see that product and to fall in love with it. Now, if you now find a satisfied customer who loves the product and now bring it to our friend to come and buy it, that is called referral marketing. And if those people that are referred, they love the product and they now pay. Did you see? they pay. That is called sales. That is called sales. Now, every of these systems that I've described, every of this process that I've described is what is called marketing. When you intentionally organize all these activities to attract attention and to drive people to buy, that is marketing. And marketing is not just one thing. Marketing is all these activities that I've talked about, and it's a system. And every one of us must come to the place where we can take what this is life. Thank you. It's life. I'm live with you. Thank you, Samuel, for asking. It's life. I'm not ignoring you. Sorry. So, what I've just described, how are you doing? Drop in the chat where you're joining me from. God bless you. So, every of this series of what I've called, that I've done, that I've talked about, it is what I'm referring to as marketing. And in the world that we live in today, how can you and I be intentional in marketing what we have and not feeling apologetic and not feeling salesy and not feeling bad that you have created a product, an online product that people are not proud of? You must be proud of whatever you have created. And this is only simple way that I can come about and say something about what you are doing. That it is now when you have decided that this is the product that you know your niche is this, they are looking forward to having. And I told you the other week that you don't start any online business without your research, without you first validating what are the needs that your environment is in need of. What is that thing that when you look at your community, there is something that is missing? And you can create the missing link. You can provide the missing link. What is the problem that your community is having? What is the problem that your industry is facing? What is the problem that people around you, in your family, in your relation, are facing? And how can you create the missing link? How can you create the solution? This is how you create product. And when you're able to create that product, then it belongs on you to let them know that you have what they have been looking for, because that is when they can begin to think of parting away. So how do you turn your interest into sales without any complexity? There is something that I talk about, and it is called a sales page. I don't know whether you've heard of it, a sales page. Many of us have been deceived by talking about just having website, and many a time when you go to many of the websites, many people get confused because they don't have a clear-cut call to action that they want to take. So they just keep taking them to different places. But when you have a sales page, it's converts like never before. It's converts like never because when you see a sales page, it is just not fancy or anything. It is a guided conversation that leads people to take a particular decision you want them to take. And when people are confused in a website, it kills the conversion, it kills the sales, it kills what you want them to do. So one of the things I want you to do is, whenever you are offering anything, make sure people can understand what you are offering. Your offer is so clear, and they know who it is for, and they know the problem is solved and transformation that your product is going to give. And then that simply converts like any time. That convert like anytime. And so a good sales page sells one thing. And it helps anybody who has been thinking of doing that thing to say yes immediately without them needing anything. So there will be a clear headline. There will be a clear headline that will let people know that, is this for me or no? And then the next subtitle that follows is to let them know that, what will this thing do for me? You know, those are the two things that we need to get on board. And once you're able to get that on board, you will not have any issue. So you must have a clear-cut clarity of the problem you're solving and who the people you are solving the problem for. And then I'll talk about solution outcome. The outcome, sell your outcome, not the content. A lot of people just say, hey, there's this product, so if you eat it, then you may not have to. No. Be very clear about the outcome that people are going to get. Be able to communicate it with every clarity you have. Let people know that this is it. Because what they get clarity on, they will not feel any restraint to go for it, to get it. So I want you to, from today henceforth, when you engage people on what you do, make sure you tell them what is included in what the offer you are giving them. So that clarity will take away any form of hesitation. And then the price. Don't hide the price. Tell them. Don't confuse them with the next one. Let them know this is it. And don't try to impress them by trying to do this or what have you. Just go straight to what you have for them. Okay? That is how it's always good to do it. All right. So I want to also share some other thing, and this may come afterwards, and I will give you some reasons why I will be able to tell you more about that. So let us say you already have a product in mind, and let's say this is the problem that I want to talk about. Like in my own field, I help people write books. I have aspiring authors who daily they reach out to me that I have been nursing this idea to write my book. I don't know how to go about it. I started, I got stuck, I dropped it, and now what is the deadline that I want to share? Have you been thinking of writing your book and you have been stuck, or you have been overwhelmed with the writing process and it feels like you are never going to become an author one day? That is the headline. So if you are an aspiring author, you see, that is the person the book is for. That is defining who is it for. Anybody that is aspiring, any aspiring author, wherever they may be. They have issue, they want to write, but they are overwhelmed by the writing process. They have tried, but they are stuck with the mental block. And now they need somebody to help them. And this is the problem they're facing. Now I want to describe the outcome. That I am at Low Data Publishing. I have a specialized done for you book writing service that you will not need to require you to hold a pen. That I will document every details of the stories, of the skills and expertise you want to share in your book through interview. And by the time I'm done with the series of the interview, I will be able by that time to do what? To transcribe the series of those interviews to become the outlines and chapter that will form your book. Did you see the outcome? And then I will give you the systemic and blueprint, 7-step blueprint of launching a bestseller book. And the next thing is the call to action. If you are ready to embark on this journey, book your clarity session here. That is it. It doesn't have to be perfect. I've just told you how I would deliberately pitch my offer to somebody that have not met me before. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to publish it and let somebody. So that is the truth. So I want us to please look at our own area. Look at what you are doing at the moment. And this is your own assignment. Just like what I've done now. What is your own headline? Try and write something about what I'm sharing now. And see how you can present it in such a way and manner that you can tell people about it. And when you share it with people, look at what it is like for them to answer. So this is what I want to share with you for you to. Let me just quickly drop it in the chat. Okay. I want to drop the comment. Okay. So let me go back. Okay. I want to. All right. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second and I'll get you the right. Okay. Okay. I'm going to share it now so that you can see what I'm talking about. Thank you everybody for joining. So today is all about action. I want to see you take that step. I want you to build that life. I want you to decide from your own end that this is it. This is what you are interested in. This is what you want to do. And you're going to give everything that it takes to be that person. So this is the homework. This is what I want to do. So this is the assignment. So the 14th assignment is this. Okay. I want you to write, okay, your headline. Then define who is it for. Then state the problem. Then describe the outcome. Then add your own clear to action. That is it. That is it, friends. I want you to try your hands on that and let's see how you are able to come up with your best own structure And I also want to say, every one of you that is in this process that you don't know how to start, PLR can be your saving grace. I've always make up my mind to always come out with every method that will help every of my clients to get the best answer out of what they are doing. So if you need help, I want you to comment what we need. Okay? What will you need? What is the number one? What is it that you need help with? What is that one thing that you need help with? Aha. What is that one thing that you need help with? Okay? And I will be here to help you. God bless you. Thank you. So turning your idea into income, I'm here to help. I'm here to help. What is keeping you from writing your bestseller book? What is keeping you from writing your bestsellers book? I'm just typing. Writing. Okay? That is it. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for watching. So tomorrow, please look at the link in the description and go ahead and click on it. If you need help, book a session, a clarity session, and do this homework that I put there. And tomorrow is another day, and we'll continue on visibility. Yeah, this is the next thing that we'll talk about, visibility without overwhelm. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Blessings in all the ways. Blessings all the way. Thank you.